I wish we'd never stopped at that gas station. The church van had broken down miles back, and with the others waiting for a tow, Marcus, Jenna, and I decided to walk to the station we'd passed earlier. It was late, close to midnight, and the road was dead quiet except for our footsteps and the occasional gust of wind. The station glowed faintly ahead, the buzzing sign the only thing cutting through the dark. When we stepped inside, the air felt heavy, almost stale. There was a guy at the counter, head down, baseball cap shadowing his face. "Evening," I said, trying to sound casual. Nothing. He didn't even twitch. Jenna whispered, "Guys, let's just go." Then the cashier's head snapped up. His eyes were wide, bloodshot, and unblinking. His lips moved like he was mumbling something, but no sound came out. Marcus forced a laugh. "He's probably just tired," he said, heading for the snack aisle. That's when I noticed it. The shelves. Everything was backward. Chips turned so the labels faced away. Candy bars flipped over. Soda bottles reversed like someone had gone through and made sure nothing looked right. "Okay," Jenna whispered, clutching my arm. "We're leaving. Now." The cashier finally spoke, voice low and strained. "Here, you go," he said, staring hard at us, like he was handing over something we couldn't see. Marcus started praying under his breath. "Father, please." The lights flickered. When they came back on, the cashier was standing right in front of us, grinning in a way that didn't match his eyes. "Someone always has to stay," he said. Then I felt it, cold fingers brushing against the back of my neck. I spun around, but no one was there. Jenna yelped, jerking forward like something had grabbed her shoulder. Marcus gasped and slapped at his arm, as if invisible hands were crawling up it. "Run!" I yelled. We bolted through the aisle, snacks crashing to the floor. Without thinking, Marcus slammed himself into the door, and suddenly we were outside, stumbling onto the gravel lot, gasping for air. The station behind us was dark now. No sign, no lights, just an abandoned building with boarded-up windows. A tow truck pulled up, and the driver leaned out, his headlights cutting through the darkness like a spotlight. "You kids okay? What are you doing out here? That station's been closed for 10 years. Something about his tone made me pause. It wasn't just concern, it was certainty, like he already knew what we'd seen. We didn't argue. We just climbed into the truck, too shaken to speak. The cab smelled faintly of engine grease and something warm, almost comforting, like old cedar wood. As we drove, Jenna finally found her voice. "There was someone in there," she said, her words trembling. "And something touched us." The driver kept his eyes on the road. "You're not the first ones to say that," he said evenly. The driver's eyes caught the reflection of the dashboard light in the mirror, and for a second, they didn't look like any color I'd ever seen, just bright, almost glowing. "Maybe," he said slowly, "someone was looking out for you." We sat in silence as the truck rumbled forward, each of us clutching onto that thought like it was the only solid thing left in the world. The driver spoke again, voice low but certain. "Darkness cannot overcome light. Remember that." When the church van came into view, its emergency lights blinking like a welcome sign, Marcus turned to thank him. But the seat beside us was empty. No driver, no tow truck, just an open road stretching into silence. Marcus's voice shook. Did we just imagine him? I thought about those glowing eyes in the mirror, the way his words had cut through our fear, and how safe I'd felt the moment he arrived. A verse from camp came back to me, one we just learned. "For he will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways." Psalm 91:11. "No," I said softly, my fear finally giving way to something else. "He didn't vanish. He was sent."
I thought going to Mexico would be nothing but beaches, good food, and new memories. I didn't think I'd see something I wasn't supposed to, and I definitely didn't think they'd come after me for it. It started on my third night, in a small town far from the tourist areas. The streets were alive during the day. Music, vendors, kids playing soccer, but after dark everything slowed down. I just finished dinner and decided to walk back to my hotel. That's when I saw the van. At first, it didn't stand out. Just an old white van idling near a corner. But it wasn't parked like a normal car. It was watching. The driver's headlights were off, but his eyes were locked on a woman standing by the curb. She looked like she was waiting for a taxi, scrolling on her phone. I almost kept walking, but something told me to stay back. Then it happened fast. The van rolled forward. The side doors slid open. 2 men jumped out. No hesitation, no words. One grabbed her arm, the other snatched her bag. She screamed, but the music from a nearby bar swallowed the sound. I froze. My brain screamed, "Do something!" but my body wouldn't move. They shoved her into the van. The door slammed shut. Tires screeched, and they were gone. 10 seconds. That's all it took. I stumbled back to my hotel and called the police. My Spanish clumsy but desperate. A woman was taken. White van. 2 men. The officer on the line sounded calm. Too calm. "We'll look into it," he said. That night, I didn't sleep. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw her face, terrified, realizing no one was coming to help. The next morning, I stepped outside my hotel and froze. A white van was parked across the street. Same model, same scratches on the bumper. The driver wasn't looking at his phone or the road. He was looking at me. I told myself it had to be a coincidence. But when I walked down the block, the van followed, slow, deliberate. When I turned left, it turned left. When I ducked into a cafe, it idled outside, engine humming like it was waiting. I went back to the hotel lobby and told the receptionist what happened. She glanced outside, then back at me. Her face went pale. "You need to leave," she whispered. "Today." I packed my things in under 10 minutes and booked the first bus out of town. But as we pulled away, I looked out the window and saw the van following the bus. It trailed us for miles before finally turning off onto another road. I don't know what they wanted. Maybe they thought I saw too much. Maybe they just wanted to make sure I never talked. But here I am, back home, telling this story anyway. Because whatever they were, whatever that van was about, they're still out there.